Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of OPTC Hardcore. Now today's a bit of a weird episode. So we do have this Christmas banner here which we can get Aurora gems from. Of course we aren't doing any pullable units, but today we actually do have our single pull of the week. Yesterday after OPTC run I was supposed to do the single pull of the week, but of course we already did our episode for the day. So today we are going to be doing that one single, which is the one unit we can keep. But you may be asking, why am I going to do pulls here on the Christmas banner? Of course, the rules state that I can sell units, the pullable units, for rally points. And I think this banner has the best value for my Rainbow Tavern medals. The only reason I'm pulling is because I have Rainbow Tavern medals that will expire in the next 3 days. So I want to use them up, get as many rally points as possible. But I'm also quite curious as to how good this banner actually is. I don't have any gems on my main account, so I would love to do pulls here on my main, but this is also just a video if you guys want to see how good the quality of legends are on this banner, if it's worth going for you. Because I mean, it is a guaranteed legend on every step. The pull is amazing. You have a lot of limited characters and amazing support units. You get an Aurora gem every multi. The first step is a discount. There's just so much going on for the Sugo Fest. Like, even though it's a bait banner, I think this is worth pulling on. But we'll find out in this video. I will be doing, I think, 4 multis before I run out of Rainbow Tavern medals. And then finally we can do our single pull of the week, which is the one character we can keep. Also, the Aurora gems are great to get because the banner has a high legend rate on the Aurora gem Sugo Fest. So getting more of those is also going to help us get a lot more legends to get even more rally points. Such a weird motive to pull, but you know, it is what it is. So let's see what we get on step 1. This is the discounted step. They are legends from essentially every type of Sugo Fest. There's Kizuna legends, treasure map legends, Pirate Rumble legends, of course regular legends, no Super Sugo units and no anniversary units. So that's the one limitation. Right off the bat we are getting a new legend. Okay, can we get one in the middle? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, nothing. This is gonna be very slow because okay, well, that's a great first pull. If you don't have this character, she is a Kizuna recruit, I'm pretty sure, yeah. But she's great in Pirate Rumble as well. Pretty good special as well, but yeah, mainly in Pirate Rumble, she's great to use alongside the Scythe Straw Hats, the Anniversary Nami, the one that Berry boosts Captain. But either way, I'll meet you guys once we see something interesting. This crocodile is also really good and you don't really see him too often. And then literally the next poster is this guy, Urban, from the recent batch. So I forgot to mention, but it is a very limited pool in terms of the simple rare recruits you get. So you're not going to be seeing any fodder units. I don't know why I'm favoriting him. I'm going to sell him. Once again, Bello Betty, that SS Hawk there. That guy is a superb rare recruit. Bello Betty has a fairly usable support, I'm pretty sure. 1.75x all boost for cerebral and a damage reduction turn reduced. Chain boundary, damage reduction reduced. Yeah, pretty good special. Also has this incredible potential ability. So yeah, even just for regular rare recruits, this banner has immense value. This chopper, once again, just like that Robin, works really well with the size straw hats. And then we get Garp. Centamaro, he's quite an interesting rare recruit actually. This guy has one of the most unique sailor abilities in the game. He allows the bottom row. Okay, now I'm thinking, never mind, I'm thinking of the Int Centamaro. The Int Centamaro has a sailor ability that allows the entire bottom row to resist blow away. Incredibly unique and helpful. So keep that in mind whenever you are team building and you see gimmick bottom row gets blow away, use that Centamaro. Okay, this character I think is quite underrated. I really like this unit. Of course, compared to the Usopp and Lilith, not a very good character, but still in their own right has a lot of usage. And then we get our first Aurora gem, very helpful. So the first multi was a bit low in the legends. We only had the guaranteed one. It is a 2x legendary banner, so we want to see more and more legends. So currently we haven't gotten, okay, once again, a red hockey. You'll be seeing it a lot on this account, of course. Not seeing any exclusive legends yet, so hopefully we see one in this multi. On my main account, I miss characters like the Strength Sentomaru Power Rumble Legend. The only stupid thing is that on my main account, I miss most Kizuna legends, yet I think I have all the Kizuna legends that are on this banner. Okay, show me something interesting. We got no legends in between, I think, once again, so currently the banner's not looking too good, but you know it's different for everyone. This is the Insane Tomorrow I was talking about. He has a sail ability to allow the bottom row to resist blow away. Of course, you do need to limit break him, so you're just gonna have to believe me on that one. And he also has a pretty good support. I used this, I think, last month. So I mean, a lot of these characters nowadays have very usable support abilities. Even this guy has a unique support ability. Not very good though. But at least they're allowing a lot of new players to get these new characters which can act as decent support units. Okay, there we go. We got a Power Rumble Legend, Ryokugyu and Green Bull. No, Ryokugyu is Green Bull. We have Ryokugyu and Fujitora, yeah. Not a very commonly used character. He's mainly a bench unit. But he does a pretty good job at being a bench unit, so I'll give him that. Okay, third multi. He's still not a single legend outside of the guaranteed. For 10% legend rate, you should be seeing at least one legend in the middle every multi. By averages. Okay, no red tech, surprisingly. But we did get gold treasure, that's pretty interesting. No gear 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bro, not a single legend. And I think the next step is going to be our last one. I don't want to use rainbow gems because on this account I want to get to 10,000 rainbow gems, but heaven medals, those are free game. They expire within like 10 days after getting them. King Cobra, Kizuna unit, not very good. Doesn't really have a support ability. I think it's just a recovery boosting one. Stat boosters. This Lilith, I think, is pretty decent. I have a maxed on my main account. Still don't have the Sanji, the Frankie and the Brook that came alongside her. We got double Kuma. Give me Ace. Okay. She's great for strength teams and shooter teams. Unfortunately, Rumble right now is quite a struggle on this account. I actually need to show you guys at the end of this video what I'm rocking in our Power Rumble. I made somewhat of a slasher team, but I'm not sure if it's very good. I don't even know if I can complete all the basic single matches to unlock the full Gather Island. That's going to be a whole topic for another video, but for now, okay, I don't have enough tavern medals for a full multi. But who cares? Let me just use them up. It's not the end of the world. And can we just please see one legend in between? It doesn't really matter too much. I have a lot of rally points already, but okay, there we go with the cat. I think this is the first time the cat came out. So does that mean the cat signifies a legend in between? Surely. Okay, gear 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, finally. Wow, okay, back to back. After not seeing a single legend for 3 whole multis, we get a back-to-back legend. Urban, get out of my face, bro. Atlas, yo, you don't see this one too often. She's the one that came alongside the Lilith. No. This is the Kizuna Recruit Atlas. I don't even have her on my main account. She changes all of your orbs, including block to bomb. 7 turns of threshold. An attack and orb boost of 2x for a turn for cerebrals. And then if you have a base attack boost and a chain multiplicative buff, it'll further increase the attack boost by 0.5. She's not too bad. I think for low damage content where you just want to clear it fast, she might be exceptional to use, but very interesting kit. I don't know why I favorited her. It's just reflex at this point. On my main account, she would be a new character, so I favorited her. This guy I also don't have on my main account. He's pretty interesting. He reduces damage nullification. Vivi and Wapple, another Kizuna rare recruit. So we're getting a lot of interesting characters. If you have been missing a lot of the rare recruits from recent batches, then you might want to consider the Sugo first. Sanji putting another Kizuna legend. This unit has a super evolution. I think they are pretty good. They reduce damage reduction and threshold entirely, which has a lot of usage. Treasure map base. Jenny, okay. Wow. If this is my main account, this multi would have been exceptional. Too bad. And finally, we have Odin and Whitebeard. This unit is so bad and so old. Okay, 11th poster. This is the last legend. My last 5,000 rally points. Chopper. I actually got this guy from the free Stroid login pull you get from just starting a new account. Once again, if you didn't have him, wow, this is a really good multi. What an amazing multi. So I'm just going to do the single pull of the week. This is quite exciting. This is the one I really care about. I'm not going to do it on this banner. I think I should. I should do it on this banner because of how amazing the rare recruits are. Yeah, I'm going to do it here. So this is the one character I'm allowed to keep. Using rainbow gems instead of tavern medals. Please, can this be something I can use? Last week, as you can see there, we got Clahado and Django. Horrendous unit. Well, it's not a terrible character. I'm probably still going to use it in like training forests because they do have a swap ability that reduces binding and paralysis on all units by 1 turn. So for long content, I think that is very usable. But in most contexts, I don't really see play for that character. I have a lot of other units. Okay, no legend this week, unfortunately. Bop. This is... And I really haven't used this guy too much on my main account. I know he reduces HP and allows his special to activate twice. But we'll get to know him more over this next course of the next week. I know he came out of the Dadan. I know more about what Dadan does compared to what he does. I think he might be either a damage reduction reducer or a threshold reducer. Either way, one of those would be great, since I don't really have a lot of characters that reduce enemy defensive effects. I already have Saga to reduce threshold though, so I hope he's a damage reduction reducer, but we'll see. So I have to sell all these characters for some good old rally points. Yeah, Gulp. I don't think Gulp is the best one to get from that, but you know, I think it would have been worse if you pulled on another banner. I mean, I could have pulled on the half anniversary for a 2.5% higher chance of a legend, but honestly, I'm happy with Gulp. We can see what he does. I mean, I'll sell the Shundoops. Okay. I think that's about it. Let me also sell the smoothie I got from the panel missions. Let me see how many rally points we have by now. Surely I have like 200,000. Oh, okay, only 165. You might be wondering, what am I even going to use the rally points for? There are a lot of useful items here. I really am going to need a lot of rumble flags for leveling up all my free-to-play characters, their rumble abilities. Cotton candy couldn't hurt. We also have a lot of forbidden tomes, but the main thing is also here buying all these ships, getting all these free-to-play characters. Of course, cola is going to be the main one that will never, there's never going to be enough cola, so getting more and more early points just for that alone is going to be worth it. Ships are going to be an integral part of clearing a lot of harder content, since we won't have access to such a large pool of characters. Of course, we are running only free-to-play units. But I think that's about it. I want to show you guys my Rumble team, and then we can end off this video. So I did clear the first 2 single matches. Also, I did clear a rival match, but that was kind of the tutorial one. They kind of forced me to beat some bot team. So that's not a real rival match that I did. That was just the tutorial. So don't worry, I'm not doing things off camera, anything too big. I think my slasher team right now is pretty decent, all things considered. I did get Mihawk and the Whitebeard that we got in the Pirate King Adventure shop. I got both of them to max rumble abilities, both their passive and their special. I just think both of them have a really good value. Actually, no, it's not. I didn't level up White, but I leveled up Kid. Kid has, I think, the most powerful special of all of our units. He gives himself attack up level 3 for 20 seconds and then targets enemies within a large horizontal range for 2 times his attack as damage. He also, if there is 4 emperors, which is quite common, then he will deal another 3x damage to them. So definitely a lot of scenarios which this guy can be used in. He can be used on both striker and slasher teams. And he also debuffs 4 emperor tag units. So I think PKA units are going to be probably my best bet when it comes to decent rumble abilities. But if you know any kind of free-to-play unit that is going to be exceptional in rumble, I know the Ivankov from Clash is also somewhat usable on like defense teams, so we might experiment with that in the future. This Luffy is also a pretty decent damage dealer. I didn't max him because I'm not sure of how often he's going to be useful. He is a fixed damage dealer of 3k, and then if you are in the latter half of the battle, it does another 4k to 1 low HP enemy. So it is, I think, generically a decent special. He's good on strength, fighter, and free spirit team, so he doesn't really fit well into our slasher team. He does give some buffs to all units though. Team attack up level 5, HP up level 5. But for now, his special is carrying. He does have a decent passive. Tell me in the comments if you want me to max him out. But for now, I think I'll leave him be. Clawhador and Django actually does have a use on our team here. He does damage to all enemies, special binds them, and his passive gives our slasher units CT up so that we can use our specials faster. I did unlock, I think, the gem tree on Gather Island, but next episode I will go through I think all these single matches. I think next episode we will focus solely on Pirate Rumble, and that should be quite exciting. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Maybe we should first see what Garp does before we end off. Okay, Nami, I get it. I know what the Pirate Rumble shop is. So Garp is quite an interesting character. But let me just quickly take a look before I say anything. His captain ability, okay, 4x. That's usable. 1.3x HP. Makes recovery orbs matching. And you can obtain recovery orbs with perfect taps. Okay, this is definitely a captain I'm using. That's 100% a captain I'm using. Getting a recovery orb on all the units from just hitting perfects, that is incredibly powerful. Okay. He's special. Reduces crew's chance of landing on strength and recovery slots for 3 turns. Why? Changes adjacent orbs, including block. Okay, he changes block orbs. That's huge. To recovery. Reduces damage reduction. Yes. By 3 turns. A chain boundary. He gives a chain boundary. Okay. If crew's HP is at 71% or below when special is activated, heals 30% of crew's maximum HP. And reduces his own cooldown by 13 turns. So you can use him again for another 3 turns of damage reduction reduced. And if you have a Luffy, Ace, or Sabo in the crew, or as a support for him, so I could just use the Luffy we got at the start. He attaches as a support to all characters. And support characters type is strength. Okay, that's a weird condition. Then he's gonna extend your end of turn healing and give you a tap timing buff. Okay, that's pretty underwhelming. That last part is shit. But he does give matching orbs, damage reduction utility, a chain boundary, healing. I think that is quite valuable. Of course, I'll level him up off camera. I don't think there's any way of farming sockets for him, so I'll just give him some forbidden tomes. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'm out.